Plaintiff Kenneth Banks says he and the defendant were like brothers for 14 years. However, Kenneth claims their relationship deteriorated after his girlfriend cheated on him with the defendant. Kenneth is suing his former friend for an unpaid loan. Defendant Chris Draper admits that he started seeing a woman whom Kenneth had been with, but he insists by the time they got together, Kenneth was simply chasing her, and she wasn't having it. Chris is countersuing for unpaid rent.
Start with you.
So I've known the defendant for almost 14 years. By past friendship, became like a brother, bringing him up through, helping him grow through life and in his businesses and stuff. And over the 14 years, we've done everything from travel together, put businesses together. And then in the last couple of years, I've tried helping I call him my brother. I tried helping the defendant overcome drugs and stuff like that, and worked with him, and he's done it. He's done it with that. And up until I found out he slept with my girlfriend, she cheated on me with Christopher.
The two of them?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And this was
How did you find that out?
Well, it started off, he couldn't look at me in the eyes anymore, more or less, when she was around. She couldn't look at me in the eyes anymore when she was, when I was with her. And kind of, she almost, let it out that she had fooled around with Christopher. And I questioned it. She couldn't answer me. So at that point, we had broken up. And I've been with this girl for quite some time.
Sir?
First of all, Your Honor, we're only here because that whole situation had happened. Had that not been the case, we wouldn't even be here right now. The fact of the matter is, he's angry because who he thought was his girlfriend, they weren't even together at the time. He thought it was hers, and we were messing around. And so that's why he was angry and angry.
You never messed with her while they
we messed with her numerous times.
While they were dating, that's what I'm asking.
While they were dating? No. But now that they weren't together, it was free game. Well, he still wanted to chase her. Well, she wasn't having it.
How long after he broke up with her did you attempt to date her?
Not even date, just hang out. A few months, I'd say, Your Honor. And so that's how it started. We grew up through the years, known him for almost 14 years, as he says. However, the fact of the matter is, I was always the wingman, and he was always hanging out with me, and more worried about.
Get your life together. He said you were on drugs, and he helped clean you up.
Yep, he brought me there, handled that a couple times, and made sure I was off of that, which I did successfully.
Obviously, he's going to tell me his side of the loan, but you tell me first.
Yes, sir. So she actually was not broken up with me. She was living with me, and I wasn't chasing her by any means. We had built a relationship together, and when I was working and he was doing other things, he had time off, more or less, I would say, plenty of time off, that he could spend more time with her, apparently, which I wasn't aware of. So after that point is when I drew the last straw. That was it. I've helped, there isn't any more a brother could do for another brother. I've done everything I pretty much could do for him.
Why you laugh?
Because he calls it a brotherhood, and he's all about being a brother. However, the fact of the matter is, he's willing to throw away a brotherhood, and so he claims, over a female.
Yeah, I would.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I would.
The whole fact of it's just asinine.
If they were married, do you think that it would have been ridiculous?
Oh, no, not if they're married.
I wouldn't know that, Your Honor. I wouldn't know that.
Well, every time that she was saying she was going to the gym, well, I'm Jim. So, I don't know what you want.
Your Honor, I'm not going to, I can't argue with that, Your Honor, about that fact.
Well, what I do know is he took most of his time testifying that he was never involved with her until you all had broken up for months. So now I'm hearing him say that when she told you she was going to the gym, he's the gym. Yeah. So that means you all were still together.
Yes, sir.
Because she would lie and tell you that she was going to the gym and instead come to him. This is what you just said.
Yes,
so you contradicted yourself there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Stabbed you in your back.
Yes, sir.
A 14-year brotherhood. The brother stabs you in the back with your woman and gets on national television and boasts about it.
Yes, sir. That is true.
Go ahead. Tell me what the loan is about.
So he was arrested and put into county jail for not paying child support at the time. And he had called
When?
Back in April or March, I'm sorry. And he called me and asked me if I could bail him out while he was in. And I went up right away and bailed him out that
I
afternoon.
never called you and asked you to bail me out.
Yeah.
You insisted to bail me out.
I didn't know you were locked up. You called me up and told me you were in
I needed
jail.
phone
You need
numbers.
to get
I
out.
didn't say anything about bailing out.
Yes, sir, Your Honor, he did.
Why'd you call him?
Yeah. Get phone numbers so I
Pardon
can get phone numbers so I
Did
can
he give
contact
you
other people.
any?
Yeah.
No, Your Honor, I don't know.
Real in and I got
Hold
a
on.
couple
You got
other people.
phone numbers, and did those people contribute to getting you out?
Not fully, Your
Why?
Honor.
All those numbers he gave you, nobody would get you out but him.
They didn't have the money, first of all. Second of all, it wasn't
Nobody
child
you
support.
knew had the money?
Child support was a purge, and they took care of
It
that.
was what?
It was a purge. We purged out of it. I was able to pay it
Okay.
before that. This was actually for an OWI that I was sitting on.
Oh, this is for drunk driving.
Yep.
When had that occurred?
That's the case that he's talking about.
And you say he was on what type of drug, sir?
Crystal meth at the time.
And what makes you think he was done if he's getting
I don't know,
if he was
Your Honor.
driving under the influence?
You know, up until this point of my life, I've trusted everything he told me because he was like
I
a brother.
see. Okay. All right. So you got him out, and did he ever agree to pay you?
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
All right. And when did he say he would pay you?
The day he called me from jail and asked me to bail him out, he says, I'll pay you back as soon as he was working on a job. He says, as soon as I get the money to pay, and when I finish my job, I'll pay you.
And did you ever agree to repay him for getting
No, I
you out
never
of
agreed
jail?
to repay him. I didn't even know he was going to do it. I was just calling around. He offered, he put it up, and I figured that's the entertainment fee for when we would go out and we would have fun. I was his wingman.
What about the $500 in rent?
He was sleeping on my couch for a month when he was in between transitioning.
And was there an
places.
agreement that he would pay you?
Verbal agreement, nothing
How
in writing.
much?
500 a month.
To sleep on your couch for 1 month? Mm-hmm. Okay, would you have a mansion?
Yes. No.
Yes.
To me, it was, Your Honor.
He's still getting high. And you don't know
No.
somebody. You don't know a dope fiend when you see
High on
it,
life,
man.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
High on life.
Yeah, I know when he was doing all that jerking around and jumping and jerking. I'm like, he done kidding you. And he want to have any evidence, written evidence
I
they
do,
want to
Your Honor.
submit?
I do.
What is yours?
This is the bail receipt that I received
Okay.
from getting him out.
All right, I believe you did that. The only
sir.
question is who I believe in terms of whether he agreed to repay you.
I have a
and
late
whether
rent
you
receipt,
agreed.
Your Honor.
Pardon me?
I have a late rent receipt, Your Honor, as well.
You have a rent receipt?
Or a late formal notice of demanding late payment of rent.
Let me see that evidence. And did he respond?
No, I did not.
Your Honor, may I
He.
Yes.
When you send him this letter, this is a serious situation which requires your immediate attention. That's what he sent you?
I've never
He
received it,
told
Your
you
Honor.
this is a formal notice.
Your Honor, I never
Demanding
received it.
that you make immediate payment
Immediately.
Yes, sir.
of unpaid rent under the terms of the rental agreement. Why don't you follow your written agreement? You know, let me see your agreement.
Well, I don't have the written agreement with me. There's a verbal agreement. Why would I have the?
Oh no, you say it was
That's
a
what I sent
verbal
him.
agreement.
That's what I sent to him. Correct.
Okay, but you told me it was a verbal agreement.
Yes.
And on here you said pursuant to the written agreement.
That's the attorney
Man,
program that they had me file.
you're not even a good dope addict.
Thank you.
man. Most dope addicts know how to lie real good.
Sir.
So, like
That's a legal
we
document.
crossed you up on that. This is a legal document. This is a personal letter.
No, it's a legal document.
So, as I said, he's not a good lying drug addict. He's a pretty poor drug addict, sir.
Okay.
You
That's
need
why I
to
quit that,
stop.
Your Honor.
You stopped using
betcha I did,
drugs?
Your Honor.
Have you stopped?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
Betcha.
well, you did because you weren't very good.
No, I was not.
Your claim is granted. His is dismissed
Thank you.
based on my belief of your testimony over the two contradictory statements, otherwise known as lies, that he made. Have a good day.
It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. We go out. I was always under wingman, and they always called him the old, asking if he was my dad. So
That's true.
it'll happen.
Okay.
I'll still sleep fine.
Me too.